Ladies and gentlemen, in a world that constantly pushes us to seek validation from others, there is a rare and powerful breed of individuals who walk alone, much like a lone wolf. They understand that true strength and growth come not from the crowd, but from solitude. Embrace solitude. When you find yourself alone, don't view it as a curse. See it as an opportunity to discover who you truly are. In the silence of solitude, you meet your most authentic self. It's in these moments that you learn about your strengths, your weaknesses, and the depths of your character. Strength in independence. When you walk alone, you learn to rely on yourself. There's a certain power that comes from knowing that you are your own greatest resource. Independence builds a confidence that is unshakable because it's rooted in self-trust. Overcome fear. Many fear loneliness because it exposes them to their inner thoughts, to the truths they might be avoiding. But it is in confronting this fear that you unlock a new level of strength. When you face loneliness head on, you realize that it's not something to fear, but something to embrace. Self-reliance. The lone wolf doesn't wait for someone else to solve its problems. It understands that true power comes from self-reliance. When you learn to solve your problems, to be your own best friend and advisor, you become unstoppable. Purposeful isolation. Sometimes walking alone is a conscious choice, a deliberate action to focus on your goals. When you're alone, you can think clearly, plan meticulously, and execute without distractions. Solitude is where clarity is born, where visionaries find their path. Inner strength. Walking alone builds mental toughness. It teaches you resilience, the ability to withstand challenges without relying on others. This inner strength is what sets you apart, what makes you unbreakable. Selective associations. The lone wolf is selective about its pack. It understands that it's better to be alone than in the company of those who drain its energy. Surround yourself only with those who add value to your life, and don't be afraid to walk away from those who don't. Silence has power. In silence, there is power. Silence allows you to hear your true self, to connect with your deepest thoughts and desires. It's in silence that you find the answers you've been searching for. Navigate your path. Trust your instincts. Like a lone wolf, you have an inner compass that guides you. When you walk alone, you rely on this compass, and it rarely leads you astray. Legacy of the lone wolf. Remember, those who walk alone often leave the most impactful legacies. They are the ones who dare to carve their own path, who are remembered not for following the crowd, but for standing out. So walk alone like a lone wolf. Embrace the journey and let the world see the strength that comes from walking your own path. Solitude is often misunderstood in our society, where being surrounded by people and constant interaction is seen as the norm. But those who have truly understood the value of solitude know that it is not a burden, but a gift. When you embrace solitude, you open the door to self-discovery, growth, and a deeper understanding of your inner self. In solitude, you find the time to reflect on your life, your choices, and your path forward. The noise of the outside world fades away, allowing you to listen to the whispers of your soul. It's in these moments of quiet that you begin to unravel the layers of your personality, understanding what truly drives you, what fears hold you back, and what desires propel you forward. Solitude also allows you to connect with your creativity in ways that are often impossible in the midst of constant social interaction. Without the distraction of others, your mind is free to wander, to explore new ideas, and to cultivate innovative thoughts. Many of the greatest minds in history, artists, writers, thinkers have sought solitude as a way to tap into their creative genius. They knew that in the stillness of being alone, inspiration would find them. But embracing solitude is not just about creativity, it's about developing a strong sense of self. When you spend time alone, you learn to enjoy your own company. You realize that you are enough, that your worth is not dependent on the presence or validation of others. This realization builds an unshakable confidence, a belief in your own abilities and in your capacity to handle whatever life throws your way. Moreover, solitude teaches you to be self-reliant. Without others to lean on, you learn to trust your own judgment, to make decisions that are true to your values and goals. This self-reliance is empowering. It gives you the strength to stand alone, even in the face of adversity. In the quiet of solitude, you also find peace. The constant demands of social life can be draining, leaving you exhausted and depleted. But when you retreat into solitude, you recharge. You find a sanctuary where you can rest, heal, and gather your strength. This peace is not something that can be easily found in the company of others. It is a gift that solitude offers to those who seek it. Lastly, solitude is where you find clarity. Without the opinions, judgments, and distractions of others, you can focus on what truly matters to you. It's a time to set your priorities straight, to align your actions with your values, and to plan your future with a clear and focused mind. This clarity is crucial for anyone who wants to live a purposeful and fulfilling life. Embracing solitude is not about shutting yourself off from the world, it's about finding balance. It's about knowing when to seek the company of others and when to retreat into your own space. It's about recognizing that solitude is not something to fear, but something to cherish. It's in these moments of being alone that you find yourself, your strength, and your purpose. Independence is a quality that sets individuals apart, allowing them to stand tall and firm, even in the face of life's challenges. When you cultivate strength and independence, you develop a deep and unshakable confidence that comes from knowing you can rely on yourself. This self-reliance is not just a skill, but a mindset, one that empowers you to navigate life's complexities with resilience and courage. At its core, independence is about taking ownership of your life. It's about realizing that you are the architect of your destiny, and no one else has the power to shape your future the way you do. This realization is incredibly empowering because it places the control firmly in your hands. You are not at the mercy of external circumstances or the decisions of others. Instead, you have the ability to steer your life in the direction you choose. When you are independent, you learn to make decisions based on your own values, goals, and desires. This autonomy allows you to live a life that is true to who you are, rather than one that is dictated by the expectations or opinions of others. It's in these moments of decision-making that your independence shines, guiding you to paths that are aligned with your authentic self. This alignment brings a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction because you know that you are living a life of your own design. Independence also fosters self-confidence. When you rely on yourself, you build trust in your abilities and judgment. Each time you solve a problem, overcome a challenge, or achieve a goal on your own, your confidence grows. You begin to realize that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. This confidence is not just a fleeting emotion, but a deep-seated belief in your own competence. It's what gives you the courage to take risks, to venture into the unknown, and to pursue your dreams without hesitation. Furthermore, independence encourages personal growth. When you rely on yourself, you are constantly learning and evolving. Every challenge you face becomes an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. You develop a resourcefulness that allows you to adapt to new situations, find solutions to problems, and overcome obstacles. This continuous growth is what makes you a stronger individual, capable of thriving in any environment. Being independent also means that you are not easily swayed by the opinions or influences of others. You have a strong sense of self that is rooted in your own beliefs and values. This strength allows you to stand firm in your convictions, even when faced with opposition or criticism. It's a quality that commands respect because it shows that you are a person of integrity, someone who is true to themselves, regardless of external pressures. Independence also brings a sense of freedom. When you are independent, you are not bound by the expectations or limitations imposed by others. You have the freedom to explore, to experiment, and to create a life that is uniquely yours. This freedom is liberating because it allows you to live on your own terms, pursuing your passions and interests without constraint. Moreover, independence is closely tied to responsibility. When you take control of your life, you also take responsibility for your actions and their consequences. This responsibility is not a burden, but a source of strength. It teaches you to be accountable, to learn from your mistakes, and to make better decisions in the future. This sense of responsibility is what fuels your growth and development, pushing you to become the best version of yourself. Independence also fosters resilience. When you face challenges alone, you develop the mental and emotional strength to withstand adversity. You learn to pick yourself up after setbacks, to keep moving forward even when the going gets tough. This resilience is what enables you to overcome obstacles and achieve your goals, no matter how difficult the journey may be. In essence, strength and independence is about becoming your own anchor. It's about knowing that no matter what happens, you have the strength, the confidence, and the resilience to stand on your own 2 feet. This independence is not just a skill you develop, but a source of inner power that guides you through life, allowing you to face any challenge with courage and determination. Fear is a powerful emotion, one that often holds people back from achieving their full potential. It's natural to feel fear in the face of uncertainty or challenges, but the true test of strength lies in your ability to overcome it. When you learn to face fear head on, you begin to unlock a level of courage and resilience that allows you to thrive in any situation. The first step in overcoming fear is acknowledging it. Many people try to suppress or deny their fears, hoping that if they ignore them, the fears will disappear. But fear doesn't fade with avoidance, it grows. The more you run from it, the more power it gains over you. To break free from the grip of fear, you must first admit that it exists. By bringing your fears into the light, you strip them of the mystery and power they hold over you. Once you've acknowledged your fears, the next step is understanding them. Fear often stems from the unknown uncertainty about the future, fear of failure, or concern about how others perceive you. But when you take the time to understand the root cause of your fear, you gain clarity. You begin to see that much of what you fear is either based on assumptions or scenarios that haven't even happened yet. This understanding is crucial because it allows you to approach your fears logically rather than emotionally. To overcome fear, you must also challenge the narrative you've created around it. Fear often tells us stories of failure, rejection, or disappointment. These narratives play on a loop in our minds, convincing us that the worst-case scenario is inevitable. But these stories are just that, stories. They are not facts. By challenging these narratives and questioning their validity, you can begin to dismantle the fear that they create. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? And if it did, could I handle it? More often than not, the answer is yes. Another important aspect of overcoming fear is shifting your mindset. Instead of viewing fear as something negative, see it as an opportunity for growth. Fear is a signal that you are stepping outside of your comfort zone into a place where real transformation can happen. When you embrace fear as part of the process, it becomes less intimidating. You begin to see it as a companion on your journey rather than an obstacle in your path. Overcoming fear is not about erasing it from your life entirely. Fear will always be present in one form or another. It's a natural part of the human experience. But overcoming fear means not letting it control you. It means recognizing that fear is there, but choosing to move forward anyway. Self-reliance is one of the most empowering qualities a person can develop. It's the ability to trust in your own skills, judgment, and inner strength to navigate life's challenges without depending excessively on others. When you cultivate self-reliance, you become the master of your destiny, taking charge of your life in a way that leads to true independence and fulfillment. At its core, self-reliance is about trust in yourself. This means believing in your ability to solve problems, make decisions, and take care of your own needs. Many people are conditioned to seek help or approval from others whenever they face difficulties or important choices. But those who are self-reliant understand that the most reliable source of strength and wisdom comes from within. They develop the confidence to handle situations on their own, knowing that they have what it takes to figure things out. One of the key aspects of self-reliance is problem solving. Life is full of challenges, and no one is immune to setbacks or obstacles. However, instead of immediately turning to others for help, a self-reliant person approaches these situations with a mindset of, I can handle this. They are resourceful and know how to tap into their own knowledge, experience, and creativity to find solutions. This kind of proactive approach not only helps in overcoming challenges, but also fosters a deep sense of accomplishment and self-respect. Self-reliance also teaches responsibility. When you rely on yourself, you are fully accountable for your actions and decisions. You don't blame others for your mistakes, nor do you expect someone else to fix the problems in your life. This accountability creates a sense of ownership over your choices and outcomes. It empowers you to learn from your experiences, both positive and negative, and to grow stronger as a result. Another important aspect of self-reliance is emotional independence. Many people look to others for emotional support, validation, or comfort, which is natural to some extent. However, when you are self-reliant, you develop the ability to manage your own emotions and provide yourself with the support you need. This doesn't mean shutting people out, but it does mean that you're not dependent on others to feel secure or happy. You can regulate your emotions, find peace within yourself, and remain resilient even when external support is not available. Self-reliance is also closely tied to self-confidence. When you trust yourself to navigate life's challenges, your confidence grows. This self-assuredness comes from knowing that no matter what happens, you have the inner strength and ability to face it. It's a form of quiet, unshakable confidence that doesn't rely on external validation. This confidence allows you to take risks, pursue your goals, and embrace opportunities without constantly seeking approval or fearing judgment from others. When you cultivate self-reliance, you also become more resilient in the face of adversity. Life is unpredictable, and there will always be situations where you have to rely on yourself to get through tough times. Whether it's facing a personal challenge, dealing with a loss, or overcoming a setback, self-reliant individuals have the inner resources to persevere. They don't crumble under pressure or wait for someone else to rescue them. Instead, they face adversity head-on, using their inner strength and problem-solving skills to push through. Self-reliance also promotes a deep sense of self-awareness. When you rely on yourself, you are constantly learning about your strengths, weaknesses, and areas for growth. You become more attuned to your own needs, desires, and limitations, which helps you make better decisions about how to live your life. This self-awareness leads to personal growth because it enables you to continuously improve and adapt based on your own insights and experiences. Additionally, self-reliance encourages a mindset of continuous learning. People who are self-reliant understand that they don't have all the answers and that learning is a lifelong process. They take responsibility for their own development and are proactive in acquiring new skills, knowledge, and experiences that will help them become even more capable and self-sufficient. This constant pursuit of self-improvement is a hallmark of self-reliance and is key to living a fulfilling and empowered life. Purposeful isolation is the intentional act of withdrawing from the distractions and demands of the outside world to cultivate inner growth, clarity, and self-discovery. Unlike loneliness or forced isolation, purposeful isolation is a conscious choice made to create space for reflection, creativity, and personal transformation. It's about stepping away from the noise and chaos to focus on what truly matters to you, aligning your thoughts, energy, and actions with your deepest values and aspirations. One of the most significant benefits of purposeful isolation is the opportunity it provides for introspection. When you're constantly surrounded by people, responsibilities, and the expectations of society, it can be difficult to hear your own thoughts or tap into your true desires. Purposeful isolation allows you to disconnect from these external pressures and reconnect with your inner self. In this quiet space, you can explore your thoughts and feelings without judgment or interference, gaining insights into who you are, what you want, and the direction you want your life to take. In isolation, you also have the chance to detox from the constant input of other people's opinions, advice, and influences. This is important because the more you allow external voices to dominate your life, the more disconnected you can become from your authentic self. Purposeful isolation allows you to silence these voices and reflect on what you truly believe, what you value, and what you want to achieve. It's a way of clearing mental clutter and making space for your own ideas and aspirations to take root and grow. Purposeful isolation also fosters creativity. Many of history's greatest artists, writers, and thinkers have recognized the importance of solitude in nurturing their creative processes. In isolation, you are free from distractions and interruptions, allowing your mind to wander, explore new ideas, and tap into the wellspring of your imagination. Without the influence of others, your creativity flows more naturally, untainted by external expectations or limitations. Whether you're working on a project, developing a new skill, or simply brainstorming ideas, isolation provides the focus and mental space needed to dive deep into your creative potential. Moreover, purposeful isolation is a powerful tool for personal growth. In today's fast-paced world, people often rush from one task to the next, rarely taking time to reflect on their experiences or learn from their mistakes. Purposeful isolation gives you the time and space to process your thoughts, reflect on your journey, and gain new perspectives on your life. It allows you to take a step back, evaluate your progress, and make adjustments where needed. This process of self-reflection is essential for growth, as it helps you identify areas where you can improve, set meaningful goals, and align your actions with your long-term vision. Another key benefit of purposeful isolation is the opportunity for mental and emotional healing. Life can be overwhelming with constant stress, expectations, and responsibilities weighing on your mind. Purposeful isolation offers a chance to unplug, to retreat from the chaos and find solace in solitude. It's a time to rest, recharge, and heal from the emotional toll of daily life. In this quiet space, you can address your inner wounds, confront unresolved emotions, and find peace within yourself. This healing process is essential for maintaining mental and emotional well-being, and it can be deeply transformative. Isolation also strengthens resilience. When you intentionally spend time alone, you develop a greater sense of self-reliance and independence. You learn to trust yourself, your instincts, and your ability to navigate challenges without relying on others for constant support. This self-trust builds resilience, allowing you to face difficulties with confidence and composure. Purposeful isolation teaches you that you are capable of standing on your own, and this inner strength becomes a valuable asset in times of adversity. Additionally, purposeful isolation can help clarify your priorities. When you're caught up in the busyness of life, it's easy to lose sight of what's truly important. Isolation provides an opportunity to step back and reevaluate your goals, relationships, and commitments. It helps you strip away the superficial concerns and distractions that often dominate your daily life, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. This clarity enables you to make better decisions, set more meaningful goals, and live a life that is aligned with your values. Purposeful isolation also fosters mindfulness. When you are alone, without the distractions of the outside world, you become more attuned to your inner experience. You notice your thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations with greater clarity, and you learn to sit with them without distraction. This mindfulness practice helps you develop greater emotional intelligence, self-awareness, and presence. It teaches you to be comfortable with stillness and silence, which can lead to a deeper connection with yourself and a greater sense of peace. Furthermore, purposeful isolation can enhance your relationships. It might seem counterintuitive, but spending time alone can actually strengthen your connections with others. When you take the time to reflect on your own needs, desires, and boundaries, you gain a better understanding of what you want and need from your relationships. You also learn to value your own company, which makes you less dependent on others for validation or fulfillment. This independence allows you to enter relationships from a place of strength, offering support and love without losing yourself in the process. Finally, purposeful isolation is a practice of self-discipline. It requires the ability to be comfortable with your own company, to resist the temptation of constant social interaction or external validation, and to focus on your own growth and development. This discipline builds mental strength and fortitude, qualities that are essential for achieving long-term success in any area of life. Inner strength is the quiet yet unshakable force that resides within every individual, allowing them to endure, persevere, and rise above life's challenges. It's not always visible to the outside world, but it is the source of resilience, courage, and self-confidence that enables a person to navigate difficult situations with grace and determination. Inner strength is what keeps you grounded in the face of adversity and helps you push forward when things seem insurmountable. At the heart of inner strength is the ability to remain calm and composed in the midst of turmoil. Life is full of ups and downs, and no one is immune to setbacks, disappointments, or hardships. However, those who possess inner strength know how to maintain their focus and composure during these moments. They don't panic or let emotions control their actions. Instead, they draw on their inner reserves of patience and wisdom to handle difficult situations rationally and with a level head. This composure is not about suppressing emotions, but rather about managing them in a way that allows for clear thinking and effective decision making. Inner strength is closely tied to resilience, the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties. Life will always throw unexpected challenges your way, whether it's a personal loss, a professional setback, or a health issue. Those with inner strength have the ability to bounce back from these challenges because they believe in their ability to overcome obstacles. They view setbacks not as permanent failures, but as temporary detours. This resilience is fueled by a deep sense of optimism and determination, a belief that no matter how tough things get, they have the strength to endure and eventually thrive. Moreover, inner strength is grounded in self-belief. When you have inner strength, you trust yourself and your abilities. You believe that you are capable of handling whatever life throws at you. This self-confidence doesn't come from external achievements or the approval of others. It comes from within. It's the understanding that your worth is not defined by your circumstances, but by your inner resolve and determination. Even when others doubt you, your inner strength keeps you moving forward because you know that you have what it takes to succeed. Another key component of inner strength is emotional resilience. Life's challenges can often stir up strong emotions such as fear, anger, or sadness. While these emotions are natural, those with inner strength know how to process and channel them in a healthy way. They don't let negative emotions take over their lives or dictate their actions. Instead, they acknowledge their feelings, learn from them, and use them as fuel to push forward. This emotional resilience allows them to stay focused on their goals, even in the face of emotional turmoil. Inner strength is also about perseverance. It's the ability to keep going, even when the road ahead seems long and difficult. Many people give up when they encounter obstacles, but those with inner strength understand that success often requires persistence and effort. They don't expect things to come easily, and they are willing to work through challenges, no matter how tough, to achieve their goals. This perseverance is not just about physical endurance, but also about mental and emotional stamina. It's the inner drive that keeps you moving forward, even when you feel tired or discouraged. Self-discipline is another important aspect of inner strength. It's easy to be strong when things are going well, but true inner strength is tested in moments of temptation or difficulty. Whether it's resisting the urge to quit, staying focused on long-term goals, or maintaining healthy habits in the face of setbacks, self-discipline is essential. Inner strength gives you the willpower to make difficult choices and stay committed to your values and goals, even when the easier path might be more tempting. It's this ability to stay focused and disciplined that separates those who achieve lasting success from those who give up at the first sign of difficulty. Furthermore, inner strength is rooted in self-awareness. To cultivate inner strength, you need to understand yourself, your strengths, weaknesses, fears, and desires. This self-awareness allows you to recognize your limitations while also acknowledging your potential. It helps you identify the areas where you need to grow and develop, while also giving you the confidence to tackle challenges in areas where you are already strong. With self-awareness, you can approach life's challenges with a clear understanding of who you are and what you are capable of, which in turn strengthens your ability to persevere through difficult times. Inner strength is also linked to mental fortitude. The mind is a powerful tool, and those with inner strength know how to harness its full potential. They understand that their thoughts shape their reality, and they consciously choose thoughts that empower them rather than limit them. In the face of adversity, they focus on solutions rather than problems, on possibilities rather than limitations. This mental strength allows them to stay optimistic, even in challenging situations, and to see opportunities for growth where others might see only obstacles. Another key element of inner strength is the ability to stay true to your values and principles, even when it's difficult. Life often presents situations where it would be easier to compromise your integrity or take shortcuts to avoid discomfort or failure. However, those with inner strength stand firm in their convictions, even when it means facing criticism or opposition. This kind of moral courage is a hallmark of inner strength, as it shows that you are willing to stay true to yourself, no matter the external pressures. It also builds a sense of self-respect, knowing that you are living in alignment with your values. Lastly, inner strength is about finding balance. It's not just about pushing through hardships or enduring pain. It's also about knowing when to rest, reflect, and recharge. Those with inner strength understand the importance of taking care of their physical, emotional, and mental well-being. They know that strength comes not just from enduring, but from understanding when to step back, when to seek help, and when to take a break. This balance between effort and rest is essential for maintaining inner strength over the long term. It's what allows you to continue growing even after facing setbacks. Selective associations are about intentionally choosing the people you allow into your life and the environments you immerse yourself in. It is an understanding that not everyone and everything is beneficial for your personal growth, goals, or mental and emotional well-being. The people and environments we surround ourselves with have a profound impact on our thoughts, attitudes, and behaviors. Therefore, being selective about your associations is a powerful tool for building a life that aligns with your values and aspirations. The people you associate with have the ability to shape your mindset. Whether consciously or unconsciously, you absorb the energy, habits, and attitudes of those around you. If you surround yourself with people who are negative, unmotivated, or critical, that energy can easily seep into your life, clouding your perspective and lowering your own motivation. On the other hand, when you are around individuals who are driven, positive, and supportive, you are more likely to adopt those traits and be inspired to push yourself further. Selective associations mean prioritizing relationships that lift you up and contribute positively to your growth, rather than drain your energy or bring you down. One of the benefits of selective associations is that it allows you to protect your emotional and mental space. In a world filled with distractions, negative influences, and toxic relationships, it can be easy to become overwhelmed or burdened by the pressures of others. By choosing who you spend time with, you create boundaries that protect your peace of mind. This doesn't mean isolating yourself, but rather being intentional about who you allow to have influence in your life. It's about valuing your well-being enough to step away from people who bring unnecessary drama, negativity, or toxicity into your space. Selective associations also support personal and professional growth. If you are striving to achieve success, it's important to be around people who challenge you to be better, encourage your goals, and hold you accountable. These people don't necessarily need to share the same ambitions, but they should support your journey toward excellence and encourage your development. When you associate with individuals who have achieved or are working towards similar goals, you naturally adopt a higher standard for yourself. These relationships push you out of your comfort zone and inspire you to reach new heights. The quality of your associations is often more important than the quantity. Many people believe that having a large social network is a sign of success or popularity. However, selective associations emphasize the importance of depth over breadth. Instead of trying to maintain numerous superficial connections, you focus on cultivating a few meaningful and mutually beneficial relationships. These are the connections that bring true value to your life, those who understand you, support you, and inspire you. With selective associations, you prioritize quality over quantity, ensuring that the relationships you maintain are truly enriching. Selective associations also extend beyond personal relationships to include the environments and activities you engage in. The spaces you spend time in, whether at work, in social settings, or in recreational activities, can either nourish or hinder your progress. Just as you are mindful of the people you associate with, you should be equally conscious of the environments you place yourself in. Purposefully seeking out spaces that foster growth, creativity, and positivity can have a profound impact on your mindset and overall well-being. Conversely, repeatedly immersing yourself in toxic or stagnant environments can impede your growth and lower your energy. Furthermore, selective associations involve setting clear boundaries with people who don't align with your values or goals. This doesn't necessarily mean cutting people out of your life entirely, but rather limiting your exposure to individuals who are not supportive of your journey. For example, some relationships may need to be redefined, especially if they are consistently draining or toxic. It's important to recognize that not all associations are healthy, and it's perfectly acceptable to distance yourself from individuals who detract from your progress or peace. By setting these boundaries, you make room for relationships that truly enhance your life. Another aspect of selective associations is the concept of mutual benefit. Healthy, productive relationships should be reciprocal. Both parties should contribute to and gain from the connection. Selective associations focus on maintaining relationships that are balanced, where both sides offer support, encouragement, and value. This doesn't mean keeping score, but it does mean being mindful of whether a relationship is one-sided or depleting. If you find yourself constantly giving without receiving any support in return, it may be a sign that the association is not serving your highest good. Finally, selective associations are about aligning with people who share similar values. While it's not necessary to agree on everything, it's important to build relationships with people whose core beliefs and principles align with yours. Shared values create a strong foundation for understanding, respect, and trust. When you surround yourself with individuals who uphold similar standards and ethics, you're more likely to feel supported and encouraged in your personal journey. Shared values also reduce conflicts and misunderstandings, fostering healthier, more harmonious relationships. Silence as power is the realization that sometimes the most potent form of communication is saying nothing at all. In a world filled with noise, constant chatter, and overwhelming information, silence stands out as a deliberate and conscious choice. It represents a command over oneself, a deep understanding that not every situation requires an immediate response, and that true strength often lies in the ability to observe, reflect, and listen before acting. At its core, silence is a form of self-control. It requires discipline to resist the urge to speak impulsively, especially in moments of conflict, pressure, or emotional intensity. Many people feel the need to fill every pause with words to justify their actions or to defend their point of view. But those who understand the power of silence recognize that hasty words can lead to misunderstandings, regrets, and even the loss of influence. By practicing silence, you give yourself the space to think carefully, allowing your words to be more meaningful and impactful when you do choose to speak. In conversations or negotiations, silence can be a powerful tool. It allows you to listen fully and understand the perspectives of others without being distracted by your own need to respond. Silence creates space for reflection, helping you process information more thoroughly and giving you an edge in making calculated decisions. It also puts pressure on others to fill the void, often leading them to reveal more than they intended. In this way, silence becomes a subtle but effective strategy for gaining deeper insight into situations and understanding the motives of others. Silence also plays a crucial role in emotional intelligence. During moments of tension or conflict, people often react emotionally, saying things they don't mean or that escalate the situation. By choosing silence in these moments, you can prevent yourself from getting swept up in the heat of the moment. It allows you to remain composed and centered, giving you time to process your emotions and respond in a more measured and thoughtful way. This emotional restraint not only preserves your integrity, but also allows you to maintain control of the situation and de-escalate potential conflicts. Another key aspect of silence as power is its ability to convey confidence. People who are comfortable with silence exude a quiet strength that speaks volumes. They don't feel the need to prove themselves with words or constant reassurance. Instead, their silence communicates a sense of self-assurance and presence. This kind of quiet confidence can be more impactful than any verbal declaration, as it reflects a deep trust in one's own abilities and decisions. In this way, silence becomes a form of nonverbal communication that commands respect. Silence is also an essential part of personal reflection and growth. In the silence, you can connect with your inner self, explore your thoughts and feelings, and gain clarity on your goals and direction in life. It's in these quiet moments that you can assess your progress, recognize patterns in your behavior, and make necessary adjustments. Silence gives you the mental and emotional space to consider your next steps carefully, ensuring that your actions are intentional and aligned with your values. Moreover, silence fosters mindfulness. In today's fast-paced world, where distractions are constant, taking moments of silence allows you to slow down and be present. This mindfulness helps you stay grounded, reduces stress, and enhances your overall well-being. Through silence, you can tune into your surroundings, appreciate the present moment, and develop a deeper awareness of yourself and the world around you. This heightened awareness can lead to more meaningful experiences and stronger connections with others. In leadership, silence is a critical skill. Great leaders know that they don't always need to be the loudest voice in the room. By listening more than they speak, they create space for others to contribute, fostering a culture of inclusivity and respect. Silence in leadership is about knowing when to step back and allow others to shine, while also using silence to reflect and make more informed decisions. It also demonstrates humility, showing that you don't always have all the answers and that you value the input of others. Silence can also be a form of resistance or defiance. In situations where speaking up may not be safe or effective, silence becomes a powerful statement in itself. It can signify refusal, disapproval, or the unwillingness to engage in an unjust system or conversation. This form of silent resistance has been used throughout history by individuals and groups who seek to challenge authority or bring attention to social injustices. By withholding speech, they shift the focus from words to actions, emphasizing their strength and resolve through their silence. Additionally, silence is a powerful tool for managing relationships. In interpersonal dynamics, silence can serve as a boundary. When you choose silence, you are asserting your right not to engage in certain discussions or conflicts, protecting your peace and emotional well-being. This boundary setting is especially important in situations where speaking might lead to unnecessary arguments or drain your energy. Silence allows you to disengage from toxic or negative interactions, preserving your mental and emotional resources for more meaningful connections. Silence is also a form of respect. By practicing silence in conversations, especially when others are speaking, you show that you value their thoughts and are giving them your full attention. This respectful silence fosters deeper connections and builds trust in relationships. It signals that you are not just waiting for your turn to speak, but are genuinely interested in what the other person has to say. This kind of active listening strengthens communication and helps resolve misunderstandings, as it creates a space where both parties feel heard and respected. Furthermore, silence can be a source of inner peace. In a world where people are constantly bombarded by noise, media, and endless chatter, taking time to embrace silence can bring a sense of calm and tranquility. It allows you to step away from the chaos and find stillness within yourself. This inner silence is a place of refuge where you can recharge, reflect, and connect with a deeper sense of purpose. It's in these quiet moments that you often find clarity and insight, allowing you to approach life's challenges with a clearer mind and a stronger sense of self. Lastly, silence as power is about knowing when not to engage. Not every situation, argument, or conflict deserves your energy or attention. Sometimes the most powerful response is no response at all. By choosing silence, you refuse to be drawn into unproductive discussions or conflicts that drain your energy or distract you from your goals. Silence becomes a shield, protecting your focus and peace of mind. It's a reminder that your time and energy are valuable, and you have the power to decide where and how to spend them. Navigating your path is about taking ownership of your life's direction and consciously steering it toward your goals and aspirations. It's about recognizing that while the journey may be filled with uncertainties, you possess the inner compass to guide you. Rather than being swept along by the currents of life or other people's expectations, navigating your path means taking deliberate steps to create the future you desire, based on your values, strengths, and vision. One of the key aspects of navigating your path is developing self-awareness. To effectively chart a course for your life, you need to have a deep understanding of who you are, your passions, strengths, weaknesses, and aspirations. This self-awareness is the foundation upon which you can build a life that is meaningful and fulfilling. By understanding what motivates you and what gives you a sense of purpose, you can make decisions that are aligned with your core values. Self-awareness helps you recognize which paths are right for you and which are not, allowing you to avoid distractions and remain focused on your true goals. Part of navigating your path involves setting clear, intentional goals. Without goals, it's easy to drift aimlessly, reacting to life's circumstances rather than actively shaping your future. Setting specific and achievable goals gives you a sense of direction and purpose, helping you stay on course even when challenges arise. These goals act as milestones along your journey, guiding your decisions and actions. They provide a roadmap for where you want to go, but it's important to remain flexible and open to change, as life often requires us to adjust our plans and navigate new paths. In navigating your path, it's crucial to trust your instincts. Life doesn't always come with clear signs pointing you in the right direction, and sometimes the best course of action is to rely on your intuition. Your inner voice, shaped by your experiences and values, often knows what's best for you, even when external advice or conventional wisdom suggests otherwise. Trusting your instincts means having the confidence to make decisions that feel right for you, even when they might be unconventional or difficult. It's about understanding that you are the best judge of what path will lead to your fulfillment and growth. Navigating your path also requires resilience. Life's journey is rarely a straight line, and there will inevitably be setbacks, obstacles, and unexpected detours. It's in these moments that resilience becomes essential. When things don't go as planned, you need the inner strength to keep moving forward, adapting to new circumstances without losing sight of your ultimate goals. Resilience is about viewing challenges as opportunities for growth rather than roadblocks. Every setback offers a chance to learn, improve, and come back stronger. This mindset allows you to continue navigating your path, even when the road ahead seems unclear or difficult. Additionally, navigating your path involves a level of adaptability. While it's important to have a clear sense of direction, it's equally important to remain open to new possibilities and willing to change course when necessary. Life is full of unexpected twists, and the path you initially set out on may not always lead to where you want to go. Adaptability allows you to pivot when needed, embracing new opportunities or adjusting your goals based on new information or experiences. It's about being flexible without losing sight of your long-term vision, allowing you to stay on course even when circumstances change. Another important element of navigating your path is patience. The journey to success and fulfillment often takes time, and it's easy to become frustrated or discouraged when progress seems slow. However, navigating your path requires a long-term perspective. Patience allows you to trust in the process and remain committed to your goals, even when results aren't immediate. It's about understanding that growth and achievement come in stages, and sometimes the most significant progress happens beneath the surface, unnoticed by the world. By practicing patience, you ensure that you don't give up on your path prematurely, allowing time for your efforts to bear fruit. Navigating your path also means being proactive rather than reactive. Too often, people let external forces, whether they're societal expectations, the opinions of others, or unforeseen events, dictate the course of their lives. But when you take charge of your own path, you become the driver of your destiny, making decisions based on what's right for you rather than what others expect or circumstances seem to demand. This proactive approach requires courage, as it often involves stepping away from the familiar or challenging the status quo. However, by being proactive, you ensure that the direction of your life is aligned with your desires and not simply shaped by outside influences. At the same time, navigating your path involves cultivating a sense of balance. While it's important to stay focused on your goals, it's equally important to enjoy the journey along the way. Life is not just about reaching a destination, it's about experiencing, learning, and growing throughout the process. By maintaining balance, you avoid becoming so consumed by future ambitions that you miss out on the present moment. This balance allows you to stay grounded, finding joy and fulfillment in the steps you take each day, rather than constantly striving for some distant goal. Part of successfully navigating your path is also surrounding yourself with the right influences. While the journey is ultimately yours to navigate, the people you choose to associate with can have a profound impact on your success and well-being. Seek out those who support your goals, challenge you to grow, and inspire you to be your best self. Positive influences can help you stay on track, providing encouragement and guidance when needed. Conversely, limiting your exposure to negative or toxic individuals who drain your energy or create doubt is essential to staying focused on your path. Finally, navigating your path requires a sense of purpose. Without a sense of purpose, it's easy to feel lost or aimless, unsure of where you're headed or why. Purpose gives you direction, motivation, and a reason to keep going, even when the journey gets tough. It's what fuels your determination and gives meaning to the challenges you face along the way. Purpose doesn't necessarily mean having all the answers, but it does mean having a sense of what you want to contribute to the world, what drives you, and what kind of impact you want to make. In essence, navigating your path is about taking charge of your life, setting intentional goals, and making decisions based on your inner compass. It's about trusting yourself, staying resilient in the face of challenges, and being adaptable to change. It requires a balance of patience, proactivity, and a clear sense of purpose. While the path may not always be straightforward, by navigating it with intention and determination, you can create a life that is uniquely yours, one that reflects your true values, desires, and potential. The legacy of the lone wolf is one of resilience, strength, and purpose. In a world that often values conformity and fitting into the expectations of others, the lone wolf chooses to walk a different path, one marked by independence and self-reliance. This path is not an easy one, but it leads to a legacy that stands out, a life lived on one's own terms. The lone wolf's legacy is defined by their ability to stand firm in their convictions, pursue their goals without seeking validation, and embrace the solitude necessary for personal growth and discovery. The lone wolf doesn't rely on the approval of others to validate their worth. They understand that the true measure of success comes from within, not from external accolades or recognition. Their legacy is built on the foundation of inner strength and determination, knowing that walking alone allows them to fully realize their potential. The lone wolf learns to find peace in solitude, recognizing that being alone doesn't equate to loneliness, but rather to self-discovery and self-empowerment. Through this journey, they become the master of their own fate, carving out a path that is uniquely theirs. This legacy is also one of authenticity. The lone wolf isn't swayed by societal norms or trends. They forge ahead with confidence, making decisions based on their own values and principles, not on what others deem acceptable or popular. This unyielding commitment to authenticity sets them apart, and their legacy reflects a life of integrity. By refusing to compromise who they are for the sake of fitting in, the lone wolf leaves behind a trail of inspiration for others who may be hesitant to embrace their individuality. Their story becomes a testament to the power of staying true to oneself, even when the world expects conformity. A lone wolf's legacy is also built on the strength of their vision and determination. While others may rely on the collective to find direction, the lone wolf has the clarity to define their own purpose. They set their sights on their goals and move forward with unwavering focus. There are no distractions from external voices because the lone wolf has learned to trust their instincts. They understand that true fulfillment comes from pursuing a life that aligns with their deepest desires and aspirations. The legacy they leave behind is one of courage to take risks, courage to stand alone, and courage to pursue dreams that others may not understand. However, the lone wolf's legacy isn't just about personal achievement. It's about leaving an impact that transcends their own life. By walking their own path and embracing the lessons learned along the way, the lone wolf creates a ripple effect. Their journey serves as an example to others, showing that it's possible to succeed without following the crowd. The lone wolf inspires others to break free from the constraints of societal expectations and discover their own strength, vision, and purpose. Their legacy becomes one of empowerment as they encourage others to embrace their individuality and forge their own paths. Ultimately, the legacy of the lone wolf is a reminder that greatness often comes from the willingness to stand alone. It's a legacy of quiet strength, personal growth, and unwavering commitment to one's true self. While the path of the lone wolf may be solitary, the impact they leave behind resonates with those who come after them. Their legacy is one of perseverance, authenticity, and the realization that true fulfillment comes from walking a path that aligns with one's inner values and purpose. Walking alone like a lone wolf is about more than just solitude. It's about embracing the power that comes with standing on your own. It's a journey of self-reliance, independence, and unwavering confidence in your own path. Along this journey, you learn to embrace solitude, recognizing it as a space for personal growth and reflection. You find strength in independence, knowing that true power comes from within, not from the approval or support of others. Overcoming fear becomes a natural part of your journey as you face the uncertainties of life head-on, trusting that your instincts will guide you. You cultivate self-reliance, understanding that you are capable of overcoming any challenge that comes your way. Purposeful isolation becomes a tool for deep reflection and focus, allowing you to connect with your true purpose without the distractions of the outside world. Through this journey, you develop inner strength, the kind of strength that can only be built through self-discovery and overcoming adversity. You become more selective with your associations, understanding that not everyone deserves a place in your life. You value the power of silence, using it as a tool to protect your peace, gain clarity, and reflect on your next steps. As you navigate your path, you trust yourself to make the right choices, even when the road is unclear or others doubt you. And ultimately, you leave behind a legacy that reflects your journey, the legacy of a lone wolf. This legacy is one of courage, authenticity, and the ability to stand firm in your convictions, inspiring others to find their own path and embrace their own strength. In the end, walking alone like a lone wolf is not about isolation, but about empowerment. It's about understanding that the most powerful journey you can take is the one where you trust yourself completely, remain true to your values, and forge a path that is uniquely yours. The lone wolf's legacy lives on, inspiring others to walk their own path with confidence, resilience, and purpose.